Yes, that's me. How did I get here? Well, let's start at the beginning. Yes, I did that intro on purpose. So, anyways, let's give you some context. Me and my friends have a yearly 2-week Minecraft server. And this time I thought that I would do something interesting, so I took on the role of a journalist who would document the whole server with newspapers. So, let's get into the famous first day. Well, I got into the server a bit later than it started, so that caused me in the RPG aspects of Minecraft, in gear. With that I mean everybody else was basically full diamond. But with that aside, I made a small building at spawn and started interviewing people. And then I posted my first newspaper as a journalist of the Blue Fox News Company. If that isn't clear, that's the name of the news company in Minecraft I made. Okay, so here's what I wrote. What happened on the first day? Timeless, sophisticated, and always in style. When the server launched, all the players chopped down a tree. Someone even did a get banned any percentage speedrun. And then they got themselves well equipped. Most of them are already walking around in full diamond armor. Player interviews. Yaptime. Yaptime lost his horse due to an unfortunate encounter with a witch and a creeper. Despite this setback, he plans to build a nation-style village on a hill in the future. Under. Under fought an epic battle against the creeper using only his bare hands. In the end, he lost the battle and, with it, all his gear. His plan for the future is to open a Canadian cookie shop. Anton. Anton got off to a strong start at first, but then lost everything. Now, however, he has a full diamond gear set again. In the future, he wants to help Under set up the Canadian cookie shop. Sure started by insulting Boogie because he thought he was a tryhard. He said the same thing about Yaptime shortly after, however, Sure himself lost a battle against Gravity in a cave, and he changed his attitude afterward. Now he's become a true tryhard himself. In the future, he plans to build a base or a large arc over a river. Boogie started building up his gear early on because he wanted to be prepared for any emergencies. He now owns a full set of enchanted diamond gear and feels safe wearing it. In the future, he plans to undertake many large-scale construction projects. Gallery. Okay, so I'm lazy and I'm just gonna read what I wrote in the newspaper for the rest of the video. What happened on the second day? I don't know, I wasn't there. On this day, most players were busy building new structure or gathering materials for them. In addition, the Canadian Gridsley shop opened. The shop is located in a moving recreational vehicle, RV, has an anonymous buyer, and features unknown stock prices and thresholds. The shop also offers a special service. Meanwhile, another group is working on a small village with a castle. There are also a few other players who I haven't mentioned yet, G-Force, Grufflight, and the two new players, Ocker7757, nicknamed Ollie, and Jason. The Canadian Cookie Shop. If you want to eat some cookies, stop by the Canadian Cookie Shop. Assorted cookies available on request. Player interviews. Under talked about his perfectly legal business which he launched from a motorhome in the middle of a desert. That's also where the Canadian Cookie Shop is located. Ollie had only been on the server for about 10 minutes when he was interviewed. Still, he said the server was off to a good start. His plans for the future included building a bunker. He found it particularly interesting that Grufflight is currently working on a castle. Miro explained that he had missed the server's launch when he joined later that evening. However, he thought the experience was really cool. According to him, everything came together pretty quickly because the players had a clear goal from the start. His current project is a large warehouse. He also plans to open a shopping center in the future and continue expanding his farms while working on the warehouse. However, he had two minor run-ins with creepers. Boogie is currently He feels very confident and explains that he's now fully prepared for any extreme scenario. He also joked that Jason might just be that extreme scenario, given his past actions and crimes. On a side note, Boogie is working on a new architectural style or layout. He also shot down the boat belonging to the passing player Yaptime. The third day. Random facts. On the third day, a new player named King Johnny II joined the server for the first time. A player named Tobin Formal, whose nickname is Nemo 2010, started his strange tradition of taking out an entire chunk. Again, I missed most of it, so source Boogie. Construction projects and changes. Yaptime has completed his massive wizard tower. At the same time, Gruffly continued working on his castle, while Boogie finished his own house. Overall, this made the entire region much more beautiful. For context, Ollie had previously built a massive platform in the sky. However, many players in the region found it ugly, so they eventually convinced Ollie to dismantle the platform and rebuild it in a different location as a more attractive version. The Undergroup. For simplicity's sake, Jason's and Chief Force are referred to as the Undergroup. According to Boogie, they kept randomly joining and leaving the server. During a conversation, the Undergroup reportedly claimed that they had already possessed a mace, and that the other alliance was no match for them. Die namenlose Allianz. As of this report, the as yet unnamed alliance consists of 4 kingdoms: Holstone, Hollersburg, Kurdistania, Kurdistanian. A rivalry is slowly beginning to develop between the Undergroup and the current unnamed alliance. Factions. Undergroup. Further information is currently unavailable. Blue Fox News. We are a news company that publishes the server daily news reports. Holstone. Wizard Tower. Hollersburg. Neutral sugarcane addict and gets high on his own supply. Bugania. Military and build expert and professional sweat. Kurdistanian. An entire castle and village, the most peaceful and most advanced kingdom. Tyranny. Capitalist and server owner. In cookie shop. Very good local business. The fourth day. Using my notes. Miro has started building his shopping mall and is just taking shape. Yaptime is currently building a wall around his tower. The reason for this is the so-called Titans. Boogie is still around. A new player joined again today named Muffin MC. Player interview. Muffin MC. Muffin MC, he started the server by getting some stone tools and exploring it a bit. Right now, he finds it fun to play on the server and he thinks the newspaper is really cool. His future goals include building a castle with a trading hall. Gallery. Day 5. Nothing new. Miro has continued building his shopping mall, Yaptime has finished his wall, Boogie is hanging out with his cows, and the junk has gotten deeper. Something new. Shoral has finished building his house and watched the Switzerland vs Norway semi-final. Nemo 2010 has built a path leading from the spawn point to a village located near Hollersburg. Server mystery. Unknown story. Read it yourself if you want to. Original books at the Blue Fox News building. Miro's lost shop. Miro had a small reward shop and mysteriously it vanished and a hill took place at the location. And gallery. Stay. Breaking news. A flying journalist spotted in Holstone. No one knows how, but it's a flying fox. Das Vierte Reich. Peaceful until someone gets on Johnny's nerves and is mostly neutral. Server mystery. Hollersburg. Das war's. Read it yourself. Original books at the Blue Fox News building. Yaptime's experiment and gallery. Das Vierte Reich. Das Vierte Reich will gladly accept any donations of cobblestone and blackstone, and you can drop them off directly at King Johnny. Undergroup. The Undergroup was temporarily banned last night and hasn't been since. The reason for the temporary ban was 3 rule violations. These are PvP without permission, stealing, attacking a AFK player. They allegedly killed Anton while he was AFK and stole his items. Olli's Windrad. Olli changed his plans for his bunker and built a huge wheat field and a windmill. It's massive and the wheat is missing. And the main admin, Miro, blew it up and accused it of being a swastika. Luckily, it didn't cause much damage, but it sent the message that if something doesn't sit right with Miro, he can use his divine powers to destroy it without warning. And gallery. I was a journalist on my friend's Minecraft server. Here's what I wrote. It's been a week since the server went live. An incredible week. It's been a week since the UMiro SMP launched. A lot has happened. We've been building and most of it's documented in these logs. The server is probably the most lore-filled server we've had so far. I remember how the first server started with me, Yaptime and Aaron, just playing on a bedrock world. Then more people joined and we moved to a realm where everyone built in the same cave. And now we have this server with kingdoms and more. The server's expected lifespan is another week. Instant Tafel updated. Vlogger. It's finally time for the shopping mall to open. You can buy lots of things there. Warning, some players think the mall is a little overpriced. Someone blew up the Blue Fox News port. Someone blew up the port of the Blue Fox News building, and there is no clear culprit of motive for the attack. After talking to Miro, he claimed that he was innocent and suspected the owner to the Canadian cookie shop, unlike the terrorist. The abandoned house. Bugania looks very deserted right now. For some mysterious reason, like a relocation or a war, it could also be a show of force by the admins. No one knows, except for the residents of Bugania. There's a book, I'm not allowed to look in it. Ranks. There are different ranks, one for the all-powerful admins who don't abuse their power, and they're like kings. Then there are donors, the nobles, to whom the main admin paid 4 francs to become more powerful with particles and the cosmetics. Then there are the peasants, or the so-called player rank, who play for free and get nothing special, just the right to play. And gallery. Day 8. Terrorist banned. It's finally time for the terrorist Under to be banned. The owner of the Canadian cookie shop was banned for griefing 6 times, killing strangers, and discrimination. He burned a cat named Boy Kisser once, and was warned twice for destroying it without a permit. He filled the Blue Fox News building with rocks and stole and burned the rainbow flag from the flag mall, and his duration is 55 hours. Daily news. Church Boogie cooked. Bugania lore. This story was found in a farmhouse in Bugania. If you want to read it. And gallery. I was a journalist on my friend's Minecraft server. Here's what I wrote. Day 9. No more Blue Fox News. It's finally time for me to leave the server and get my life back. Mostly it's because someone destroyed my harbor and because Under looted my building and filled it with stone. Anyway, it was a fun server, it was an honor to document everything, so there you go. I'm now passing this honor to Miro and his Blue Media Group. Miro, have fun. Gallery. Okay, so with that, I wasted 10 days of my life. Goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.